Guess what time it is?
We got Dean back in the fish room.
Tanks are looking good, people. Scary, isn't it?
Oh, it's not bad. Too far back so that...
Whoa! Thanks, Bob.
Just order yourself up a Bob.
Air's hooked up, water's hooked up, blue is cold, red's hot.
Crazy.
It's super quiet. And what saw would you use?
Enchilada with pork tamale.
Now, which way do you think this one's gonna go?
We got Dean back in the fish room finally. We're setting up the 125. This is from CustomAquariums.com. Good tanks, built like a tank when they ship them. 10,000 screws and plywood. And we got Bob come over to help us move this.
Good packaging.
Yeah, it's packaged really well. It's almost a little maddening, but they explained it to me and it made a whole lot of sense. So you wait, 2 months to get your tank. It's real expensive to ship it, all of that. And if it arrives, since each one is custom, if it arrives broken, you have to wait another 2 months. Like, yeah, maybe they can do it in a month, but it's not like, a Petco tank where it's like they just hand you another one. You can have it made in any size and shape, so that each one's unique. So they have to make sure it arrives not broken the first time, otherwise they're real sad. So we're gonna keep unboxing, and where it's gonna go is actually right over there. You see we got stuff out of the way. It's gonna match that. That's a 125. We're gonna put another one right there. Yeah, that's how many screws just so far on this one side. We've got the first side and the top off, and now you can see the tank is down below. The stand is up top, stained to the color I wanted with the type of doors I wanted and everything. And there's lots of 2x4s and stuff you have to deconstruct. This thing is...
Foam padding everywhere.
Yeah, all the foam, and it's made to arrive right the first time. I'm sure 1 out of 100 there's, a refrigerator drop elbows it from the second story or something in a truck. But it takes a solid 30 minutes to unbox this thing, minimum.
Minimum, I'd say,
so,
yeah.
It's a lot of work, and there's different layers. You can see, like, it's constructed as
better
well
than
as
your
you
house,
ask,
probably.
And they got straps going. They got, that's why it costs a lot to ship, because there's a lot just in wood, So it's, we're going to keep unpacking, but just wanted to show you the quality of, just this, even in itself. Like, if they're doing this much on the thing that you're quote unquote going to throw away, which we're going to use again, the wood, but Bob will build something with it. All right, we got the stand moved. Now we're dismantling the tank. The tank's the heavy part. Had to open the door because the forklift, I set it down too close to the door. So now it's freezing cold in here.
Yeah, it's getting cold fast.
Nearly snowing outside.
I think you could safely close it now.
All right, I'll close it here in 1 sec. You can see we gotta position it still, but we gotta work on plumbing, so we can't put it back far enough yet. Got the drain right here. We've got the water line in there. We've got air right there, so we just need to get all that kind of ready in this area, and we're good to go. Kind of like we've done in this area over here. See how the air is there and everything? But all my plumbing stuff is at the store expansion. Oh. All right, I'm closing the door. It's cold. All right, remember, lift with your back. Yep. You gotta tilt it front. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's not bad. I mean, it's not bad for you and I. It's still bad, but...
Stop. Do not discard the support pad. This support pad is necessary to obtain applicable warranty. Always place
I just remember losing my fingers
underneath the
on
aquarium
this.
before filling it.
The hardest part
is getting it over this lip.
Yes. So we're gonna go too far back so that one hand will be free of death.
Yep. Come your way. You got it.
All right, we're in.
Slide forward. Nice.
Easy. All right.
Thanks, Bob.
Just order yourself up a Bob.
Sweet looking. Ultra clear glass. How lucky can we get? It can't be closer.
I hand sanded all the floors to make sure they were perfectly
You did
level.
not, and I remember this area of the floor had that unlevel part, but this is sitting perfect.
Ooh, we got to do the same thing we did over there too. We're gonna have to raise the painting.
I know, I already know that.
Yeah, definitely.
We should have done that before we did it. Okay, take the tank off.
Redo. So we're working on replacing the faucet, we want to get into the thick of it before we make a trip to Home Depot in case we need parts. So we've been laying stuff out. It's working like I thought it was going to work so far.
It was pretty easy so far, right?
Yeah, I just, you know, I thought it would be that easy, but all my tools are at the expansion, so that's why I haven't started it. And since you travel with your own tools,
literally all of his tools are at the expansion, and all of our plumbing parts.
That's why we have to go to finish the. We're not even going to finish the tank, get it mostly done, but finally I won't have to get a wet shirt every time I spray something when we swap, hopefully. That's my main goal. We got it laid out here. Here's the new faucet that hopefully should work, unlike that one that doesn't work. You've seen in the videos how it just doesn't work. Here's the new sprayer that can go way down low in the sink, which I'm really hoping solves my wet shirt problem.
Okay, so if I'm looking at this one,
yeah,
off to the side like that.
Yeah, same issue. We were just thinking too hard.
So
yeah,
I'm thinking, yeah,
it's gonna work just fine.
Yep.
We're back from the Home Depot. Had to get parts for the faucet, so that's where we started. Now we're hoping that said part will work.
I just realized something that we didn't take into account.
What's that?
Putting this nut on the back.
Uh-huh.
It should have gone on before the Teflon tape.
Well, that's easily fixable. That's not so bad. But you're right.
I've been wrong once.
Only once so
Only
far.
once. It's when I thought I was wrong, but I was really right.
Yeah. All right, we're making some progress. We had to get fancy with some parts, search the garage for a little while, found some more pieces, and
do a little Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, we definitely did some Mickey Mouse in here, but I think it's going to come together. We're doing pretty good now.
It's looking good there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're getting through it. It just, you know, now we're creeping on like 4 p.m. already. We still have like, oh yeah, what about Cory? Weren't you gonna set that tank up? Like, it's gonna be a long night. Could be a dinner and then working more as well.
We always get it done.
We do always get it done. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. It's just, you know, we start these days where I'm like, yeah, we'll knock this out real quick. This is like an hour. It should be a direct fit. So, you know, and then like here we are, like, oh gosh, how long is this taking long?
I go home. My wife's like, how'd it go? I'm like, well, it always takes longer than we thought.
Yep. It's because we're just doing, you know, if it was just a tank, we know how the tank will go. We've done it too many times. This, it's always something like, well, the parts say it should do a thing, and then it turns out, well, this is slightly different. But we have had most of the parts.
We have.
We're doing pretty good.
I just realized they send you a blue and a red washer. You know what that's for? Blue is cold, red's hot.
Crazy.
Okay, what's the white for?
Neutral.
It's for the middle one.
Oh, yeah, neutral.
Takes me a while. I'm old, you know.
Yeah.
No, you're not supposed to agree with that.
No, I was just agreeing it takes you a while. I'm not agreeing.
And check this out. Check this out. What type of screw do they serve?
I don't know. Allen wrench?
Yeah, and do they give you one?
No. Luckily, Dean travels with one in his pocket all the time, probably. Yeah. This is why I just have Dean. Dean is used to working on his beach house, and then you've got the same toolkit you bring to the retail expansion, and then you're bringing it up here, so, two.
Both metric and US.
The good news is I'm going to donate this sprayer to Dean so he can put it maybe at his new beach house, fish room, or whatever, and he can monkey with it and get it to, you know, what a concept if it did warm and cold water at the same time. Oh, those washers on top will tell you.
Yes.
Red for cold.
Blue for hot.
Yep. It's like that blue screw.
Yeah, that famous blue screw.
Oh, man.
I hear about that everywhere.
Is it still in your fish room?
Yep.
Of course it is.
And you don't know, but there's probably one in your fish room too.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I know there's one in the store.
There's probably Easter eggs everywhere.
There is. They'll show up someday.
That makes sense. Use the Allen wrench. That way you don't have a chance to scrape it and have it rust.
Right.
That makes some sense. Right now we're triggering all the plumbers, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure we are.
They're not using the Doodad 9000 for that part. They make a whole thing for that.
Oh, and guys, we didn't even disconnect the P-trap and look, the sink's 3 inches from the wall.
Yeah, we just you know what? Let's bend it. Let's force it to do what we want to do.
We did just bend it.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. White. Now, which way do you think this one's going to go?
I have no idea. I would think...
Oh, you know what I just realized?
I would hope, if I was designing this thing, which I didn't, down would mean the water comes out of this thing, and up would mean comes out of the other thing, because since this thing's higher than this one...
So I can tell you right now, this is open, this is closed.
Closed as in, what does that mean? Goes to the sprayer?
I'm watching it, yeah, so this opens this faucet.
Yeah.
And this closes it.
That is the opposite of what I would have thought.
But it could go on like this. I just realized that. I could move these.
That's what I was saying.
Well, you know.
I was like, ain't nobody doing that. So then, that way, if it was up, it would go to the sprayer?
This is closed.
Which would be sprayer.
Yes.
I like that, because then I like that, I feel like this points to where the sprayer, like I want the water to go up.
Okay, so that's where you want it.
Or have it be this.
Yeah, pretty sure that's how it goes.
And I think we can
We'll
switch
move those.
those.
We'll do it after we get the water turned on.
All right. Dean doesn't like when I keep the camera on too long. He likes it when I turn it off, we figure it all out, then we turn it back on, we look like geniuses.
We're always geniuses. Okay, guys, guess what time it is? It's time for a commercial. And what are we going to talk about? The Aquarium Co-op sponge filter. This is how the new sponge filter comes packaged, and it comes packaged with this Easy Flow sponge filter upgrade kit. Like that.
You even got to test one of those for a while.
I have. I've been playing with it for several months now. Don't tell anybody that. But what does this actually do for you? And there's going to be more videos about this because I've been playing with this, and there's a lot of things I'm doing differently.
I saw a super secret thing that you shared today that doesn't even use a sponge filter.
So, normally, we're trying to put an air stone or something down here, and then we put the tube on, and then the airline comes up through the middle of the tube, right? Now, here's what I want you guys to think about. That tube is maybe 5/8 inch inside diameter, and you're putting a 1/4 inch airline in there, and you're taking a lot of that space away. Now, we're putting this little Easy Flow adapter on, which actually started out pink, if I remember right.
It did, with 3D printing, with the help of a fan. I had seen something that existed in the 70s like that.
Yep.
And I could never track one down. 10 years later, I was like, I gotta try to, maybe someone could 3D print this thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, so you got a couple, and now it's in production, and so this slips on from the top. The air is on the outside of the pipe, so now you've got the whole pipe for your flow.
And we did test internal, so we printed like 3 or 4 different versions of that, and I was testing them in the fish room for about a year, a little bit longer, and then that's when we're like, outside is clearly just better.
Right.
More flow.
More flow. Better flow, looks better because you don't have that tube coming down the middle. The airline can kind of just peel off the back.
Yeah.
So the kit comes, the upgrade kit, if you have old sponge filters, comes with all of these parts.
Our sponge filter. It doesn't fit other people's. It kind of fits the hydro sponge filters if you Hulkamania it on, but it's not designed to fit it, so you really got to push it on there.
You can make it fit what you want to, but why don't you just buy this?
Sure.
Right? So the kit comes like this, if you have an old sponge filter. All of the new sponge filters, I'm assuming that, will come like this.
They do. The reason you have that in your hand is because it came out of one of the brand new boxes. They're not shipping yet, but we're shipping the old ones plus a kit.
Yep.
But long term,
they will come like this.
You could walk into your local fish store and pull one with the kit already in the box. It saves a little bit of paper packaging.
Yep.
And you save a little bit of money buying it together. That's why they won't be separate. We save manufacturing costs by not having 2 different packages.
Right.
And it takes up less space in shipping boxes, so you guys get to save that too.
It has airline clips for the airline.
By the way, the Chinese manufacturer came up with that. I thought it was genius. While we were there, so originally I went there and it was just to make the air collar.
Okay.
And like an uplift tube. And I was like, yeah, with a bend.
Right.
But then I realized it needed to be modular, so it could be super tall, like the 125 next to you.
Like right here?
Yep. Or it could fit a 10-gallon or a 20-gallon. And that's where we basically invented the sliding pieces with the adapters. So if you had a tank that, like the 800-gallon, you could actually buy a second kit or borrow from a friend that's got shorter tanks.
Right.
So our goal is that people will share. Because if you got a bunch of 10s, you won't need those extra pieces. You can,
oh no, I need
give
them
to you know.
I need them.
Well, you're gonna build everything out of them.
Yeah, look at that. So, if we can get Cory out of the chair, we're going to show you what the flow is like out of this, because I think I can do that by lifting this lid carefully.
You could probably help with that too.
No, I got it.
All right.
See, look at that. That's above water level.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can adjust this up or down. You can have it right down at water level if you want.
Yep.
Out of the water level. I have not checked whether it would work outside in a pond. It might leak a little bit there, but
I haven't tried it fully out of water. You can lift it quite a bit out of the water.
You can lift it about 3-4 inches actually. It's super quiet.
Yeah, it really quieted down the fish room a lot.
Yeah, there's no glug 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 glug. Great little addition. It's going to come so you can put it on the nano filter, the new nano filters.
Yes, it won't fit old nanos. The kit won't fit the old nanos, but the new nano, if you buy it on the website or a store,
right,
assuming they have the new one, it will adapt to it. So that is also new, but if you bought these for the last 5 years from us in nanos, the kit won't fit it.
Right. However, I've already put it on 2 nanos, the old nanos, because all you have to do is cut little pieces of this tube and use it as an adapter.
Okay, well you can, maybe you'll make a DIY video.
Maybe I will.
That sounds like a lot of work for something that...
It's really, before you could just buy one.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, so you got to get these. These, I believe I saw these on the website because I ordered one yesterday. All right, guys, we got to get back to work because we have to make that tank be able to fill with water today.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
I'm going to check in on your plumbing now.
Okay, you check the plumbing.
I'm also going to build the world's most expensive rolly chair. It's like $400 or $500. But this Craftsman one I have is kind of sad, and I want to do more photography, so I want to have a rolly chair.
There.
Let's check any leaks. We're doing the leak test. This was leaking before we rewrapped it.
No.
Dean's getting a call. Don't you know we're filming, Dean? That's why you don't have the ringer on. Oh. So now we've got this little bad boy. I hate this little clippy thing right here. Not a fan. But now I can get down in here and really clean. I'm going to clean the sink next, by the way. But before, I could only get like this far down. And so you can see, maybe you'll be able to see the mist that gets made. I don't know if the camera is really picking that up. But a lot of, over there, like the vapor mist would just drench your clothing as you cleaned anything. So, yeah, I don't know, can you see that? Yeah, all that mist right there. So then you just hang this guy back up here, boom. And I like that setup a lot more. So one of the reasons I went with this setup was I can get up here. These are old air stones I don't need anymore because of the easy flow. But I can get up here and like, oh, I need to clean. So I've got room to do that. And then also I need to water test this tank, right? So now I can fill it easily over here as well. So small upgrade, but it's gonna matter a lot to me. Really easy to fill up for brine shrimp. It does all the things I want it to do, and I'm super excited to have warm water. And you might say like, you've had warm water. No, no, no. I had scalding hot and I had freezing cold. I didn't have warm. So now I'll be able to have warm water to start the brine shrimp, so I'm not freezing them to death and make them take forever to hatch or overcooking them either. So, oh, Dean was He-Man and stuff back there while we were talking. He needed a room. He's pulling nails for the pothos. I'm gonna start opening this bad boy up, and I'm gonna see if I can make him the most comfortable wheelie chair while he's working on that. Well, we've hit the latest dilemma, Dean tells me. I've been working on this thing. You can see my little Craftsman one I've had for a few years that tips over and almost kills people versus this big bad boy. Still working on it. What's the latest dilemma?
Remember when we had 53 totes in here?
Yeah.
And we cut them out and that pipe is out too. far. But that's our drain. And I bet...
We could cut it and put another cap.
Yeah, but we don't have
We didn't
another
buy a cap, though. That's
You're
another
right.
trip.
Air's hooked up. Water's hooked up.
I got an idea.
Okay.
If we don't have to coupling here, which I think we have to, we could use a coupling, cut it way back, and maybe get it a little bit shorter. Yeah, it needs to go back like another...
3 inches.
Yeah.
Almost to where the flex pipe for the air is bent.
Yeah, it basically needs to snug up against that pipe, and yeah. So what, maybe I run and go buy a cap?
Are you saying we don't have any caps out there?
It's all at the expansion. I mean, I can't guarantee it. We can go dig, but we were getting pretty good about putting everything where it needed to go in those totes.
That's the problem, isn't it? Okay. I'm going to take one look out there.
Yeah. And then if not, I'm going to the hardware store.
Yep.
Oh.
Your favorite trip.
Yeah, no doubt.
Remember when we were saying we were only going to do that once today?
I know. I want to keep working on my stool. It's almost there. Look at this thing. It's beautiful. Nice brown leather. You can pay more to get it embroider your own logo, but I thought I'm just going to put my butt on it anyway, so didn't need to. Yeah, this is all made out of steel. They're supposed to last forever. This part is the part that you hook the seat to, and it's crazy. There's no air shock to it up and down. You just rotate it. So sometimes you get lucky, and today kind of wasn't that. We just searched the garage and didn't have one. But then there's other times.
See this?
Other times, Dean's a genius, and myself. We never glued the cap on because we knew we were going to tie back into it.
Exactly.
And it sat higher on the drain, and it should have drained and never became a problem. So it never became a problem, and we didn't glue it on, so we saved like $7.
And, no, more than $7. That trip would have been an hour.
Well, and we would have had to, so the one we glued on, we had to buy another one. So it actually saved us like $20 plus the drive time. Now we just got to cut that back.
Plus the checkout time.
Now
Here's
the move. Do we glue it in, or do we just,
It hasn't leaked, so I don't think I would glue it.
All right.
I'm just going to cut the pipe off and glue it.
All right.
Or pound it on there.
In this instance, it's better to be good than lucky. Normally I say better lucky than good, but...
And what saw would you use?
Dean's, what is it, Japanese pull saw?
A Japanese pull saw. And that's
I own one of those, and I've used it once ever just because it looked so useful, but Dean uses his like every 10 minutes.
Every 10 minutes. And it's not P-O-L-E, it's P-U-L-L.
That's right, you pull it.
Pull, because it cuts on the pull stroke.
Dean's riding the Viper.
Yeah, all we need is it to have motor.
I'm sure there's someone, because you can buy a little back thing for it.
Check out these guppies.
Yeah, see? You can't do that on this little $50 Craftsman. You're too low.
No.
And it tips over. Here, you can just sidle up to it.
So you know the rolling chair in my fish room is a drafting chair.
Yeah.
So.
And so what's cool about this is it doesn't have the piston in it. It's like a piano chair, so you only spin it down. It's got the quick release.
Right here?
Yep, you gotta undo that, yep. And then you gotta spin the chair down. You set your height, whether you're working on a car, working on a tank, lock it back in.
And it's locked.
And now you're at that height. And it's all steel, supports like, I want to say they rate it to like 600 pounds or something crazy.
Oh, I bet each one of these wheels is rated at 600 pounds.
And they're bigger wheels so they can roll over and not. Every once in a while, these little wheels will dig in. And I've had people fall out of this. And that doesn't encourage, you know, kids or your wife or someone, a friend. Once they fall out of your chair in your fish room, they basically are embarrassed and want to leave.
Are these the Lemias?
Yeah. Are they the same ones as yours?
Yep.
Yeah, mine are better though, right?
Except for I have about 500 times more fry than you do.
You got a head start.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And remember that square thing we made? The basket that you could drop in the tank?
Oh,
and
yeah.
it floats.
I've still got that. In
Yeah.
fact, I've got mine. Mine's a round one.
No. I'm talking about the square one. We made a square one too.
I don't remember. Oh, yeah, I do remember. Out of the pond basket.
So,
Yeah.
so when my females are like squaring
Ready
off,
to burst, yeah.
you put the basket in, drop
Yeah.
the females in it, and then the fry have a better chance of surviving.
Yeah. Yeah, those males are real fast and feisty.
Yeah.
I could see that.
They're always chasing.
Yeah.
But cool fish. I'm going to bring
I'm liking them.
I'm going to bring you all of mine now.
All right. We'll bring some to the store. I think people will buy them.
You?
I think that, well, now that I'm keeping them, because people already started to go like, wow, they actually got some blue on them. They look pretty good.
Yeah.
I think everyone was afraid like me where, yeah, maybe they look good in a picture, but do they look good in real life? And
That's
actually
because
they
in a
do.
picture we shine a light from the front.
Yeah, and I think they actually do look good in real life.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Well, what do you have in here with them?
Corydorus hastatus.
Oh, nice. Those won't hurt the fry.
Nope. And they'll swim a little mid-water and, yeah.
And maybe breed.
That's the goal. I've got them, and I've got pygmy Corys and a different one, hopefully colony breed.
Yeah. And this is one of the little barbs.
No, that's a hastatus.
No, that's a barb.
No.
Yeah, there's a look-alike fish.
I believe you there's a look-alike fish.
It comes
but-
with hastatus. You Google it tonight.
I know. I think that's hastatus right there. That's a little catfish.
You could be fooled.
I could, but I'm not. You wouldn't have seen those fish though without that chair.
No, this is
At the right
perfect.
height. Yeah.
And these are some sort of betta?
Yeah, betta pugnax or mouth brooding betta.
And a crib?
Buffalo.
Oh,
head
these are the
sequence.
buffalo head. Yeah, I haven't
Yep,
seen those
ordered
before.
those up. I put meds in almost all the water yesterday, just to all the fish I brought in from Aquabid and all that. I wanted to hit them with another round of general cure or paracleanse to help clean them out.
So how do you like these little lift tube things? I mean, you have them in everything.
Yeah, they've made a real big difference.
I mean, look at the
Yeah, it changes the tank a lot.
no film. I mean,
Yeah, no surface agitation
Right.
film, or you get a little bit. It's a little bit dead in the corners, but I know 100% I could fix that if I ran two. I just always run one out of simplicity. What I'm still trying to test is it better to have it in the corner going diagonal? Is it better to have it in the middle going forward? I don't know the perfect placement in a tank yet.
I think the way you have it.
Yeah, I'm
I've
just
played
not
with that
sure.
with the Matten filters and same thing.
Yeah,
The corner tends to work better.
that's my thought, but we'll learn as a community together, and it's real easy to move them down the road.
And it's really easy to move on this chair. Oh my God.
He almost died.
Wow.
Yeah,
Tanks are looking good, people.
a lot
Just
better than they were.
scary, isn't it? Now you got to keep them looking good.
That's right. That's part of the. It's easier to come in and want to maintain them though when they're.
Oh, I see. You're experimenting with this one in the middle.
Yep.
I got you.
Yep. And that one just kind of goes forward.
Yep.
And, I don't know what I love yet. Everyone will find what they like. I don't know what I like yet because I'm still.
Well, you know what I like? I have some of them going just without the directional thing.
just upward.
Flow is amazing in a 40
It's
breeder.
infinitely more flow for sure.
Yeah.
I like the direction too. I honestly haven't run any without it.
I've done both. So, yeah.
I'm waiting for you to build the hang-on tank.
Already got it. Already got it.
Have the water flow in from the sponge filter, flow back out. Yeah,
Already got it.
'cause that's my plan too. At some point, is to make a hang-on back filter even using air.
Could do it. They used to be that way.
I know. I bought some on from the '60s on
Yeah.
eBay. I bought one. It was expensive.
You're too old or too young for that. I bought those from a pet store.
You learn from. I learned from the past, because that shows me what could have been done. And now, if you apply newer technologies to what was done, I
Right.
think you can make a better product sometimes.
Okay, guys. Sorry, but I'm going for a ride.
That's right. You gotta go to work.
Whoa, look at those fish.
Yeah, these guys are kind of my new favorites. These hyphen yellow variatus. Got them from Dan's Fish.
Those are sweet.
He only had 3 pairs left, and so I bought all 3.
And babies?
I think those are fry from before, so I don't
Okay.
think they're dropping fry yet.
Soon.
Yeah, I like them though. Those are same thing I got from Bob, but in orange, in theory. He just gave me some fry, so I'm hoping.
Oh, Bob.
Yeah, Bob was here earlier, yeah. Yeah, he's got those. So.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll have to see.
Those are such a different color.
Right, these ones are supposed to be yellow.
There are a lot of tannins in that water, though.
Yep, and those are supposed to be orange. We'll see. It's hard to say no to free.
And the Vienna guppies are coming back.
Oh, yeah. I need to cull a bunch of males out. A lot of boys in there. Probably need to swap substrate, too, because I'm convinced it's the sand. We swapped the other tank. We swapped the sand out. Water's crystal clear now.
Is this out of the bags?
Yeah.
Yes, I always rinse that a lot. It has so much.
But I've done 100% water changes through here. I've done everything you can think of. Gravel vac it 20 times.
I think you've got something in the water.
Right, but so if that's the case, when we swapped the other one to gravel, why is it?
It went
clear?
away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually think I've got a little bit of green water going on right now.
A little bit.
But I'm convinced when we swapped the other one out, we only had 2 tanks with that problem. Swapped one substrate, instantly fixed. Like, okay, that's hard to argue with.
There's fry in that tank.
Yes, they are. The blue platies are dropping fry. Yeah. Yep.
So, yeah, I think you're way high on males.
Right, and it's just been on my to-do list. I've been busy.
They can go.
But
to the
yeah,
store.
if I not cold. When I say cold, I mean basically take to the store.
Take them to the store. Yeah.
If I take 80% of those males and just leave the best ones I like back, the females will be like, finally.
Yep.
Because right now, I think it's like 2 males for every female in there, and that's not great. Getting run ragged.
Yeah.
Where if I get it down to 3, 4 females to every male, much easier for them.
All right, so we've dodged one bullet.
Yeah. Now we gotta.
I just gotta cut a pipe.
Yeah.
And then bend that thing over the top, and we can start pumping water in.
Dean's got the heat gun out again. That's how you know something special's getting made. Custom.
It is.
I've made it snowflake food in all the tanks. Been waiting all day to eat. So I gotta feed all them babies. And around the lip we go.
We're gonna go here, and we're gonna go a little bit that direction, I think. Ow, burning the crap out of myself.
A mere mortal would have lost his hand there.
Ouch. Now you know what we have to do? We gotta figure out which solenoid turns this on.
Yeah, I gotta play. Let's try this one. That didn't do anything. Let's try this one.
I'm kind of shooting it that way.
Let's hope we glued all those on. Otherwise, they're gonna be popping off one at a time. Let's try.
They're glued. I hope.
I gotta make sure I'm not overfilling this test tank over here. I've got the new hose that I talked about in the previous video of like, oh, when this is long enough, I can just fill this tank. Oh, we're way far away from that. We're doing okay. Well, I guess, yeah, we're only this far away from the hole, though. We've just come out there, so far it's been holding water. That's what we want. Kind of a mess in here. I still want to hang this sign. I'll show you what that sign is. But I don't have any lights for that tank yet. I gotta get those from the store. I also need sponge filters. But it's ready to go. So I'll be ready to get substrate and figure out what I'm gonna do with it. I got a surprise for you guys. Now we're working on the live aquarium plant sign. I always thought it was so cool now that we have them, we get them to partner stores, and then we have one in the front window of our store. And I was like, I want a live aquarium plant sign in my own fish room. Why not? I figured if we're supplying them other people, I may as well have one. So we're gonna hang it, and we've got a lot of bare space to still fill in. So it kind of makes sense. We got the bed over there in green.
Yeah, that's how. Okay, I got it.
Yeah,
that's pretty snazzy.
Yeah.
They have these little stainless steel caps to cover the screws after you put the screws in.
Even better.
Yeah.
Yeah. The water flows, by the way. We got that tested and working. I'm just buttoning stuff up now, cleaning up. But, we put this much water in so far. Gonna put the tops on. We had to adjust the thing because it was spraying water a little bit. But, so far, mission accomplished. We're gonna finish off the night with some food and everything, and we gotta hang a sign. So you'll be seeing more, but gotta find someone to put this sweet, sweet Viper sticker. Hashtag Viper. Give me an affiliate code or sponsor me or something. These things are awesome. That way we can get you one, Dean.
Where do you think? Centered on these two tanks?
That's a good question. That makes some sense, doesn't it? Yeah. The other thing I was thinking, if we ran into a problem with power, is we can also run the power up and plug it into the track if we had to. I don't own that adapter yet, but we can just go right over here.
Oh, that's a good point.
Because then it would run with the lights. And I haven't done anything where I've plugged in that way, but I kind of want to because it feels like it's just...
It'll run... Oh, because that one's plugged in permanently, isn't it?
No, it's on with the lights too. So when it's dark in here, it's dark. But I don't mind having a couple of night lights.
So if we wanted, we could run a cord from here.
Yeah, we could. But I don't think it's bad because that'll help light up the refrigerator. So if anyone's like watching a movie in the other place or coming over here to grab something to drink. Well,
we should just see how it lights up, shouldn't we?
Well, that's a good point. Make sure it works before we install it.
No. Install it and then see.
Yeah, it's got a bright setting and a low setting. That's the only thing I hate with these is when the power goes out, they don't remember your setting. Aquariumcoop light does, so I know it can be done. They do,
that's right.
Yeah, I know it can be done. They don't do it, but I know it can be done. Yeah.
Okay, you got to decide on the height.
That doesn't look bad. I don't know that it necessarily looks... The lower we go, the easier it is to hide the cord.
Yeah, I'm just kind of making sure that I can hit...
I don't think it'll look good if it's like just above the tanks.
How about there?
Yeah, that looks reasonable.
Got to go this way a little bit.
We can get one screw in it. We can plug it in and take a look.
True.
And go, oh gosh, that's not it. We're plugged in. Boom. Maybe that's too bright. We might have to tone that down to...
I don't know. I can't see.
Yeah, it's pretty bright. Let's see if we can tone. Can we go? That's high. That's off. That's low. Is medium the one? High is pretty intense.
High is too high. It's got to be low or medium.
Low's not bad.
Low's not bad. Low, on that you can kind of see the outline of the whole acrylic.
I see.
On low you can barely see it.
I kind of like the low.
I do too. And it's kind of the same intensity of the one down there.
Right. We're not looking to light it up like a Christmas tree. We just want to say live aquarium plants.
God, look at that. See that word aquarium?
Yeah.
If I just tip that just a little bit, it'll be perfectly in line with the indoor siding. See, it's just got to go
way off.
It's just got no. I'm only like a 1/4 inch.
And in Dean terms, you missed it by a mile, buddy.
No, I haven't put any other screw in. It's just hanging.
That's true. It's on its final form. I'll give you that. All right, so we're doing the final cleanup. You can see water is flowing. Got the panels back in, down low. My new seat. Oh, I'm so in love with this seat. It's dumb how much a seat and like just other little things in a fish room make a huge difference compared to this thing. It's this thing's got 3 confirmed kills. We're gonna clean up. We're gonna go get some food, Mexican food, of course, and see how full that gets. The sign's looking good. Put away the ladder, and right now, so we're still cleaning up. But you got here at 11, basically, right?
Yep, I think so.
Yeah, and it's
like
now,
3 now, right?
What's that?
3?
Oh, it's 3 right now. Yeah, yeah. Dean did it real quick. It's only 3 o'clock. It's after 7 p.m. right now.
Wow.
So. We'll get some food and maybe we'll chime in there for a minute with the cell phone and call it a day. Oh, and we got to make sure you get 1 billion of the Easy Flow kits. I had to go root around in the cargo container. Oh, did you already get them?
Yeah.
Good. All right, we're in the booth. Dean got, what, a carne asada burrito?
I think so.
Yeah, I got shredded beef enchilada with pork tamale.
We already polished one thing of chips.
Yeah, it took a while to get our food. It's boiling hot right now, so I thought we'd chime in. We're talking about, at dinner, we got to make sure it's a business expense, talking about driving across the country and maybe doing some club events and some store events and just trying to see how we could have fun. Yeah, a lot of fish rooms and talking. Dean wants to go. I kind of want to go. We don't know where we're going to go yet, but maybe we'll make that happen in 2024.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah. All right.
It's probably still too hot, isn't it?
You're gonna burn yourself on camera.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for hanging out, and time for us to eat.